Hi, I'm Chuck Joyner, and this is a MacVoices update for December 2017. Folks, I want to start doing monthly updates to better keep you informed, especially those of you who are not subscribed to the MacVoices Dispatch or weekly newsletter. And if you're not, why not? I want to make sure that everyone is not missing anything, that they're aware of MacVoices and what's going on behind the scenes, some of the ancillary projects and all. So you can look for these updates coming out right around the first week of each month. So the first thing to get to is our new Patreon campaign. I want to thank everybody who provided feedback on the campaign, how it should be structured, their thoughts on it, and especially on what kind of rewards or benefits there should be for patrons. I was very pleased to see that so many of you, in fact, the vast majority, agreed that rewards, physical rewards, were not necessary, and especially the kind of trinkets that end up just costing money to buy and deliver back to you, and they end up diluting the money that you donate to keep MacVoices going. So what we're going to do is set up some different kinds of recognition, and here's what I plan to do. And again, your feedback is more than welcome because this is certainly not set in stone. First, on the Patreon page, I've set up 4 different standards of support. Bronze level is $1 up to $4. Silver level is $5 up to $9. Gold level starts at $10 and goes to $20, and Platinum is $20 per month. Please note that these are monthly levels and not per show, since it might get to be a bit much with some of the busier conference and trade show coverage weeks. What I'll be doing to recognize our patrons is to announce them on each month's update, like this one, to list them on the support page on the MacVoices website, and I also will be creating a credit panel on the outro for the video versions of MacVoices, so you'll be listed there as well at your specific levels. I'm adopting the format of first name and last initial as the standard for all of those, as so many others have, to give you some level of privacy and yet still recognize who you are and your contribution. Patreon collects the pledges on the first of each month. That means that on or about that time, I'll pull the list and do the updates to the page, to the outro panel, and use that list for the monthly updates. The next month, the list will be updated, and on and on. That way, things should be manageable, but it also provides some well-deserved recognition for you as supporters of MacVoices. If you're not in a position to contribute financially, I completely understand. What I will ask, though, is for you to go to iTunes, write us up some positive reviews, share our posts on Facebook and Twitter, and help build the MacVoices audience, because that's what we're all trying to do together to get bigger and better and deliver more services and more information to you. This month, we don't have any patrons at the Platinum level so far, but at Gold level, we have RVS. At Silver, we have Mac C, Frank P, and Norbert F. Norbert F was our very first patron, and I want to say an extra special thanks to him for getting the ball rolling. At Bronze, we have MN and Descartes F. And Descartes, I hope I'm getting your name right. If not, let me know, and I'll try to do better next time. That's our Patreon news for this time around. Thanks to all our supporters, and we greatly appreciate their support and your support. A couple other things I wanted to remind you of. First is our Facebook group that's growing steadily. We're having some interesting conversations, but most importantly at the moment, I've been flipping an article a day from my daily Mac web surfing in that I think is important enough that you should be paying attention. Each day I pick one, and that's Monday through Friday, so I'm not inundating you, but I am showing you things that I think are very important. And I welcome your feedback on that, your comments about them, or throw in articles of your own if you think they're important. MacVoices magazine also continues to grow and expand. Each day I surf the web for what I think are some of the best tips and tricks about how to do more with your Apple technology and put them in MacVoices magazine. And if you haven't checked it out on Flipboard, please check it out. It's a great presentation of the material. I go through somewhere between 500 and 1,000 articles per day, depending on how busy things are. You could do it too, but why don't you let me do it for you and let you do more with your Apple technology. Finally, the MacVoices gift guide shows are in full swing right now. These are some of our most popular shows of each year, and this time, though, I would like to change it up a little bit and get you involved. So if you have products or services that you think make particularly good gifts, or if you're hoping they will come your way this holiday season, drop me an email at chuck@macvoices.com. Let me know what you think is so great about the particular product you name. I'm not going to disqualify anything. The only qualification always will be that, if it hasn't been picked at least by one of our previous panels. And if it has been, I'll probably throw it in anyway as just a reinforcement of that. You'll get credit on the show for it, and you'll help us expand our horizons a little bit. And speaking of the gift guide shows, I also want to make sure you knew that there are 3 different ways to sort of keep up with the picks from our panels. The first is the obvious one, to listen to the show or watch the show and check the show notes for that particular episode. The second one, though, is to visit the MacVoices blog, where I've created a running list of all of the picks from our different panels, and that gets updated as each show gets released. I've also created a Flipboard magazine for the 2017 MacVoices Holiday Gift Guide that gives you a little bit more interesting presentation and a bit more visual presentation of the gifts that are picked by our panels and hopefully by you. Check that out on Flipboard. Just do a search for MacVoices Gift Guide and you'll find it. And I also will be flipping links to that into the regular MacVoices magazine. Your feedback on MacVoices is always appreciated. I love hearing from you, whether it's something that you like, something you don't like, something you agree with or don't agree with, or something you'd just like to see more of. You can reach me at chuck@macvoices.com or use the contact form on the MacVoices website. Leave me a message on Facebook or Twitter or on one of the postings on YouTube. I check all of those regularly and do my best to respond very quickly. I deeply, deeply appreciate you being part of the MacVoices family, and I hope you and yours have a fantastic holiday season no matter what you do or don't celebrate. I'll be back with more soon, but until then, and as always, thanks for watching and thanks for listening. Visit MacVoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our MacVoices Facebook group and get more out of your Apple tech with MacVoices Magazine, free on Flipboard. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us at patreon.com/MacVoices. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CashFly at cashfly.com.